Right, go.
This is a 1928 Indian Scout. The bottom end is 1928 Indian Scout. It's a 600cc or 37 cubic inch motor, and it's had a set of later model Sport Scout cylinders and cylinder heads put on top. And when we had the motor apart recently, we found that it had Indian Chief flywheels in it and different rods in it, and the cams have been hand ground for this bike. It runs a Chief carburetor, a later model magneto ignition. The tank's been grafted into the frame. It's not an original tank. It's been made up, set up for racing. Same as the rear fender. This thing's running Acron rims, racing rims and racing tyres. You'll see that they've screwed through the rims into the tyre so the tyre doesn't spin off the rim. It has no brakes, so she's a bit of a handful to slow down and stop. Just has a kill switch to the magneto, and you just try and slow it down on compression. As I said, no brakes. The clutch is just straight in and out. It runs the original Indian 3-speed transmission and the original Indian 600cc or 101 model primary drive, which is a direct gear drive. This bike came out of the United States last year. It's from a deceased estate, and it was raced over in Southern California on what's called the Outlaw Series on the flat tracks over in Southern California, and it won quite a few trophies, particularly around the Ventura area of Southern California. It did quite well. It wasn't running when we got the bike, and the person who sold us the bike was the nephew of the original owner who had passed away, and his name was Paul Esperance, and it was Paul Esperance and I think it was Charlie Coog that were the racing guys that had this bike, so therefore it was called Peck Racing. And it was quite a successful bike from all accounts. He'll come flying.
No brakes. Oh, Pridey, dude!
You have to get the hang of starting it in seconds.
Yeah.